Oh. Damn, man.
I just want everybody to know these boys are in my house. We're here to play. All right, guys, I'm here with my best buddy. Jason's taught me pretty much everything I know in racing. Jason, I got about a 6-month vacation here, so we still love racing, so we're just cruising around the pit area, and there was no doubt in my mind the first guy I wanted to talk to was you. Just talk a little bit about your season, you know, what's going on this weekend. You know, had a really good, solid first night, 5th place finish with the World of Outlaw guys, and you got tonight here at probably one of your favorite racetracks, and then, you know, off to Makokada. But man, we just talked before this, you're Mars points leader, Hell Tour champion, leading UMP points. I mean, what more can you ask for?
Well, it's been a pretty good year. So obviously our goal is to win every time we go out. So we definitely would like to get the win total higher. I think we're at like 11 or 12, which is really good. But you know, it's gonna be hard this weekend. You know, when you come around the Outlaws, you got a lot of good competition. But it's been a minute since we won a Lucas or an Outlaw race. So obviously you do that, you're on different levels. So we'd really like to be able to do that. And I thought we would have a good chance last night at Highland. We've been really good there, but unfortunately the track just wasn't that great last night. It rubbered up pretty quick, so wasn't much passing. But we've had some really good runs here at Spoon River. But I feel like, you know, this place can be so different. Like, you can come here one time and be really good and feel like you don't come back next time and unload on the same stuff and not be very good, I feel like. So it changes a lot. Hopefully, you know, everything comes together tonight. I mean, there's not a lot of cars, but there's enough good ones. And then, yeah, off to Makokada tomorrow, which definitely hasn't been one of my favorite tracks, but we got to go.
You definitely would rather not be in Iowa from me hanging out with you many years. I know Iowa probably doesn't treat you as well as Illinois, obviously. I mean, you were there for a couple shows early with the Mars Tour, so you probably got good notes for this coming weekend, right?
Yeah, I feel like we've definitely been getting better every time we go there. It's just a type of track I struggle at for whatever reason. My Achilles heel's always been kind of that size, like a medium size, like flatter, no walls, wheel spin track. That's just typically the type of track I've always struggled at my whole career. Unless I go somewhere a whole bunch of times where I can just figure out a little niche that works. But you know, I feel like we've made gains there, but it's just like I say, it just doesn't fit me very well. If you guys could get some black dirt and a wall around that thing, I'd really appreciate it. But it's probably not happening. But you know, with Hooker sponsoring us, he helps promote that race, and Ricky Kai does a great job. And it's a nice place. We gotta try to figure out something to get around it better.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun when I was up there at the beginning of the season. That was my first time there. It's definitely different. I felt like it was hard to get a hold of and whatnot, but I have no doubts you'll do just fine up there, building off of your notes from the previous time you were there. I'm just going to call it right now. You're my pick tonight. I've definitely chased the 25 way too often around this joint. Again, my best buddy taught me 99% of what I know in this race car. The one thing I do got to get on you about, you taught me 99% of what I know. The one thing that you didn't teach me was how to cut a left rear tire down. Can we work on that?
I still haven't figured out either. Obviously, you see me at the Dome. I took a guy's whole left side off and didn't flatten his tires, so that's part of racing.
Yeah, it's part of racing. You know, I've said my apologies. Obviously, not what I meant to do. You know, I'll continue to say, those that know me know that, you know, that's not my character. But we're going to take our, you know, our time out. You know, we'll be back next year. But racers race, and that's what we're doing tonight. We're just going to cruise around the pit area, be a fan, hang out with our buddies, and, you know, cheer on all our local guys. So, Jason, good luck tonight. And, you know, let's get us a W these next 3 nights.
Man, I hope so. I appreciate you guys talking to me, and let's hope we can get this win and drink some cold beer.
Right on. Sounds good.
Thanks, Bob.
Hey guys, I'm here with the 2025 PDC champ. I gotta ask you, how's that sound, Squirrel?
Sounds pretty good. You know, it's been one of them trying years, so a little good, something good coming out of it was pretty awesome.
Brian Shirley is the epitome of dealing with the ups and downs of racing. I try to watch. When I'm not racing, I try to watch if it's on. And I've seen this guy have speed all year, and a tire or a parts failure like, it's just heartbreaking for me on my couch. I can't imagine what Brian and his crew have went through. Like, it all culminated at one of your hometown tracks where you've always ran well. Like, if you had to choose a big race, maybe other than Eldora, wouldn't it be Falls, right?
Yeah, I mean, you really couldn't ask for a better one to win. You know, that's something that's huge. It's, you know, is our biggest race of our state. That's probably the, you know, like you said, besides Eldora, it's probably one of the biggest races you'd want to win as far as having pride of, you know, the state of Illinois.
Yeah. So here we are, 4-day weekend, kind of close to home, on the World of Outlaw Tour. You've been doing it all year. I think we just touched on it. Probably not the season that you wanted. You know, you're kind of trending uphill now with, you know, with the Falls victory and that. You know, what's a goal for, you know, for this 4-day trip?
You know, truthfully, the goal is to hopefully at least win one or two. You know, obviously last year we was lucky and won all three. You know, that's tough to do, but definitely come out of the week with solid top fives. You know, last night was rough. We didn't do as good as we wanted to, but track was a little off from normal. And then in the feature, you didn't get to really race as much as you had, you know, wanted to with it rubbering up. But for here and then running, you know, Maquoketa the next two nights, if, you know, our goals, you know, win or top three for sure all 3 nights.
Yeah, that's a racer right there. The goal is to win, right? Man, you got to be really, really confident. Spoon, you've had a lot of laps here. I just said this with our interview with Feger. I feel like I've seen the 3S out in front of me, you know, numerous times here at Spoon River. So this, you know, you and your crew got to be awfully confident for tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to put the process in. Qualify, heat race, put yourself in the right spot in the feature. Those were the things we did wrong last night, but tonight we get, you know, obviously, like you said, we've been here, got some good notes. The 2 previous times we've been here this year, the flow night, I think we ran 4th. Or maybe it was the Mars night, you know, was leading there on the first lap and broke a right rear shock mount. So all in all, both them nights put ourselves in the right position by qualifying, heat racing, and put ourselves in a good position there to run top 5. So that is definitely a goal tonight. I mean, it would definitely hurt to say we didn't run top 3 or have a shot to win. It would definitely be, you know, a bad night.
I agree, absolutely. I feel like you're, for me, you're a lock for top 5 here tonight for sure. I obviously respect this guy for the speed, you know, for all of his results in racing. But the one thing that maybe a lot of you fans out there that don't get to come in the pits, I respect this guy more so for his program. This guy is one of the first to unload, one of the first to load back up. All his stuff is immaculate, clean. You know, that's my big shout out for this guy. I would love to emulate my program after the 3S. You know, it's just immaculate program, organized. You know, props to him and his crew for that. Thanks, Squirrel, and good luck tonight.
Yep, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Anytime.
These guys are about ready to rip here, so we're going to make this short and sweet. Ethan, Drake, 2 World of Outlaw rookies this year. It's been cool to watch them. It was just a couple years ago. We were all 3 cruising around doing summer national races. It's really cool for me to watch you guys succeed, be in big time rides on a big time circuit. What do you guys, you like this national touring deal, or what are you thinking?
Sometimes it fucking sucks, but yeah, I mean, it's cool to be able to do it, but whenever you get to running like shit and you're struggling and you have to go somewhere, it makes it a little tougher to get better. But yeah, no, I love doing it and wouldn't do anything else.
Yeah, it sucks to have to go to a racetrack, especially when you know, man, I usually struggle here. So yeah, there's probably good and bad, but understood. What about you, man? You've been on Lucas Tour and World of Outlaw now. What do you think?
I love doing it too. It's just like you said. I mean, it's one of them deals. You just can't let the highs get too high and the lows get too low, I guess. You know, and you know, like, it sucks. You know, like next weekend they're back home at Port Royal. You know, Lucas Oil is, and we're going to be in Oklahoma. That's really the only downfall of it. But other than that, I mean, I love to travel, and you know, it's nice running the series and get benefits and points money at the end of the year. So you know, that's definitely a bonus.
Right on, yeah. So 2 modified guys here. I've never raced a modified in my life. Now you guys done both. What's the choice? If you had to pick one or the other, let me hear it.
I'd race late model.
Late model guy now? All right.
Yeah, I like racing late model stuff. I feel like they're a little more prestigious, I guess you could say. I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah. All right, last question. We touched on this a little bit earlier. I don't know if you've heard or not, but I have like 6-month vacation. If you were me in my situation, what would you do with your 6-month vacation?
I would go get a boat and I would be on the lake as much as I could be.
All right, Drake, that's a tough one to beat. Like I don't know if I'd argue that too much. I have a house in Florida, no boat yet, but why am I not at the Florida house? That's a good question. What about you, Drake?
Man, I don't know. That was kind of my answer too, to be honest with you. But I don't know.
You race even on your off weekends though. Like I figured you'd say I'd go get like a Hornet or something and race some unsanctioned Hornets or something.
I mean, maybe go get a modified. Well, even modified, I guess. I don't know. That's a tough one. Go to a casino, you probably still save more money than you would into the racetrack.
Yeah, we gamble every time we roll through this gate, right? So what would be the difference? All right, guys, what's expectations for tonight?
Win.
That's racers right there. I love that answer. All right, guys, good luck to both of you, and we're going to be cheering you on. Appreciate your time.
Yep.
All right, guys, races are getting ready to start, so we're trying to just talk to a couple more buddies and drivers, and what better guy to interview? Look at where we're standing. Like, you know you've had a good night when you're standing in victory lane confetti the day after. Tanner, I know it's been a terrible season for you. If it could break, it broke for you this year, right?
Definitely.
But last night, it all came in, bad luck was done, and you won, damn near wire to wire, didn't you?
Yeah, I think we led every lap. Dotson there got me there about a half a lap, but I don't think he got back to the line. So, yeah, it was a good night, as you can tell. But it's been a hard-fought battle all year. You know, we've had some trouble and blew some motors. Even after the races last night, the truck got stuck in gear. So we had to do some stuff there, and then the generator blew up. So we're on a Harbor Freight generator. So but I mean, that stuff people don't see, you know. And
the fans don't see all of that. They just see, man, Tanner, lucky guy, won 12 grand.
Yeah.
You probably didn't get here till wee hours in the morning, working on your toters. So,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and what better spot to break that slump than at Illinois track, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, my adopted home, anyways. You know,
how close is that for you?
So from Benton, Kentucky, it's like 3 hours, but I live in Benton, Illinois now. So
I thought you were now Illinois guy. Yeah.
So I don't claim to be, but yeah, I'm
you ain't the only one.
Yeah. So, but anyways, I'm an hour and a half from Highland. Hell, I've raced there every time they've had a race. Seems like so.
Yeah, I know we've raced Mars and Summer National races there together. I feel like often. So when I saw how the track was playing out, you starting up front, I definitely in my head thought that you were going to be a contender for sure. When I think low and slow around the hub, I think of Tanner and Dennis Erb. I had you guys kind of up there in my pick. So it was really good to see you get off the slump and get you a win, and hopefully that trends you nothing but forward for the rest of the season.
I hope so. I appreciate it, man.
Good luck tonight, bud.
Thank you.
Thanks.